Oh boy, don't go nowhere, because coming up next on YoTV, we got some information you will want to hear about foster care. What else we got for them, Ann?
That's right, they come from the Conscious Youth Media crew. We got some stories from them. We also got a sad story about a young man, Caesar Chua, who got hurt while ghost riding, but his family and friends are supporting him through this foundation with barbecues and picnics and all that kind of good stuff. And then we got a story about gentrification.
Doesn't sound good for Paul B. Oh boy, y'all, we YoTV, we crank hella hard. We back here at Thurgood Marshall High School. I'm Paul.
And I'm Ann.
Yada I dig. They used to beat my cousin, highway patrol, police, SWAT team, all y'all beat my cousins in them when they was going to high school up here, man.
Oh my goodness. Maybe you saw that edition, Yo Youth Outlook. We get stories like that out.
Yada.
Oh goodness.
Coming up next, we got another story from our people down there at Conscious Youth Media crew. If y'all ever wanted to know anything about foster care, how you end up in it, how to get out of it successfully, and the trials and tribulations of what to do, check this out.
I've been in and out of group homes for 5 years now. I'm about to turn 19. I got caught up in the system through CPS, which is Child Protective Services. I had a lot of struggles going through it. I didn't really want to leave home, and I was out of control, and I was just being wild out on the streets.
Wanted to be like every other child, abandoning childhood drama.
Approximately 500,000 children are in foster care system each year. California has the highest number of juvenile detainees, making up almost 20% of the nation total of juvenile offenders. Less than half these children exit the system each year.
It was 1996. Me and 6 of my friends was committed a first-degree murder because of a drug deal right here in these projects that pretty much went bad. And me and 6 of my friends was pretty much committed to CYA for 10 years.
Me going to YA, man, I really know what it is, man. I know how deep it is, man. I know that there's some people who care, but I also am not blind to the fact that there's other people who just don't give a fuck, and they tell you straight up.
It's not just the one certain type of ethnicity that's in the system. It's all kinds. I feel like it's a society that makes people like gets the kids going into the system. It's families don't make the right choices. The mothers, fathers. I mean, they're so into themselves that they don't understand that kids really go through these things, and like they're always thinking about themselves. Their children gets the consequences of their actions. This is called ILSP, Independent Living Skills Program, and it provides kids with resources for housing, for aftercare housing, education, if they need help with like applying for college, applying for the GED program. All the kids that are being transferred to different counties, I send out like their mail to like inform them that they're gonna be in that county. When they said that my dad was harassing me, and they would like give me like situations of like, has he done this, has he done that, and I would just agree because I didn't know what I was doing. I was 12 years old. They placed me in a foster home with a Filipino mother and father, and it was just weird because I was never like, I don't know them. Like you don't know these people, and it's like you have to live your whole life trying to get to know them.
I work with a magazine, and Beat Within is a publication where we actually go inside of the juvenile halls. I go there as an example. I sit there with the kids and we challenge them to do creative writing. I mean, a lot of these kids is young. and they do a lot of things and they're not really aware of the stuff that they do. Or they may have a thought and they probably don't understand it. So that's what we do. We go there and pretty much help them complete their thoughts, and it's like an interactive thing. They help us, we help them. Environment is everything, man. They play a big part in the way that you mold out, the way that you evolve, the way that what you pretty much turn out to be. This right here is pretty much a setup. I mean, you can actually look out here right now, and a lot of the youth that you see, they pretty much, they don't have nothing to do but find trouble. I mean, when you're young, you're curious. And that's what I pretty much did. When I was young, I didn't really have too much to do. I can just look out my window, or I can just look right here and see so much going on. I can see drugs, I can see prostitution, I can see negative role models and peers. Whatever I need to see, I can just see it just by looking out my window or just looking across the street. My first, I think that was back in 1994. I was like 12 years old. Me and my friend had an opportunity to get a stolen car. An older person had gave it to us, and we pretty much got caught up just joyriding in the car. Went to juvenile hall, and I believe a week there. And for the most part, it was just like a slap on the wrist. My mom was able to come pick me up, and I went home, and it was pretty much simple as that. It may sound kind of funny, but I mean, a lot of the time, I had a lot of peers, a lot of friends of mine who actually went to juvenile hall. So I mean, I was always kind of curious because, I don't know if it was a macho thing, but I always kind of wanted to go there to see what it was like, which a lot of juveniles do when they see a lot of their role models who they, recommit and go back and forth, and they come out and they get the hood fame or whatever. That's what I always wanted.
I knew what I wanted to do when I got out of there. I knew I wanted to go back to the hood and do what I was doing. So for the most part, I wasn't rehabilitated. During the whole month I was there, I never had nobody to actually come sit me down and try to give me any guidance.
For me, my environment that affected me was not outside my house, it was inside my house. There was a lot of verbal and physical abuse, and there wasn't very much emotions there. Like, I felt like no one was there for me. Like, I couldn't turn to nobody. Realizing that I'm hurt, I just became angry and started just being off the wall. I started doing things that I shouldn't have been doing.
Family is a big thing for me, and I don't consider them family. I asked one of them if I could stay with them, and like, the most hurtful thing you'd ever hear from your family is, oh, let me think about it. I'm jealous of those who have family that's like able to give that like automatically.
A day in YA, man, I believe that it's totally it's an artificial reality, and it's not life, man. You in there and you really not even living, man. Pretty much snatched from everything that you know.
Yeah, I've never had a mother figure in my life, and she's getting close. She'll give me a hug. I don't know how to explain that, but that's just something that I was never able to have, because like, a mother figured out to hug me.
It's a dead end. You only got two options. It's either that or either you're gonna be dead. And for the most part of being in CYA, you dead. And everything pretty much is at a standstill. Me personally, I'm gonna say that YA definitely benefited me because it stripped me of everything that I knew. I had to start from scratch. I had to learn how to walk a new way of life.
The system was breaking me because I was not home, I wasn't with my family. I couldn't have the things I wanted. Even if I ran from places, they would still put me somewhere else. I realized that I needed to get my life together. I needed to start taking care of me, to be in more contact with my inner self, which changed me to do bigger things.
I don't think the system destroyed me. I gained a lot from it, but I prefer having my old life, even if I only had my dad.
And I'm trying to actually, man, overcome all this right here. That's my day-to-day struggle, man. This is my strength by me coming back here, man, seeing this and being able to contribute to my environment, to my younger peers that's coming up, because I feel as though I owe them that. I'm trying to bring some positivity, man, to my younger people. It's nothing better than having somebody actually lead by example and show that, there is a better way, man, and cycles can't be broke, man, through time.
Their biggest challenge is within themselves, of making the right decisions for themselves. Everything is going to be a struggle. There's no easy way out of the system.
So it's up to you if you're going to let the streets and the system destroy you, or you can take the responsibility for your future. That no matter what you really go through, there's always a way out.
Coming up next, we have a commercial break. Don't go nowhere though.
But in the meantime, go ahead and check out consciousyouthmediacrew.org.
Oh boy, you know how we always, YoTV, we check out the political views of the Bay Area, whatnot, what's going on, what people don't like. We for the people here, you feel me? So, we went to San Francisco's City Hall because people were upset that the regentrification of Bayview Hunters Point was not included in the voting process this week.
That sounds pretty major. Those people were a little bit mad, but you get to see their thoughts and opinions and all that good stuff. Up next for you on YoTV.
Check it out.
Well, the purpose of everybody being out here today is because trying to empower our communities and make our communities stronger. They're trying to move us out of our own communities. But if we let them move us out of our communities, that leaves us homeless or leaves a lot of people on the streets. So it's like we got to come together as one to fight for what we stand for and keep our communities and try to clean them up together.
We've met the community in the Bayview and the community in the Mission and Fillmore who are engaged in the struggle against the gentrification, and they asked us to, support the demonstration. The residents of Bayview had organized a petition gathering campaign to gather the 21,000 signatures necessary, which they did do, to put the issue of redevelopment on the ballot on November 7th. And the city supervisors just manipulated the signatures in the campaign so as to push that referendum off the ballot for November 7th. Which is connected to their campaign to lead the gentrification in the Bayview. So this protest was organized partially because of that, but also I think we've seen, particularly over the last couple months, an expansion of the attacks on the people in the Bayview. Eminent domain is becoming a serious issue where people are pushed out of their houses and not compensated for the sale of that house fully.
It's about, community development, and a lot of people moving in condos in our neighborhood and kicking a lot of us out, a lot of low income families that really need, housing.
How long have you been living here?
Wow, most of my life, probably like 34 years, 35 years of my life. A lot of the people in the neighborhoods who've been living in these neighborhoods are being moved out. A lot of their buildings and their apartments are being torn down for new condominiums and stuff like that. So, we need to preserve culture. That's what's important. We need to preserve culture.
What the organizers in the Bayview have been saying is that development for our communities is a good thing. Our communities need housing, they need jobs, they need education. But what the city calls redevelopment is not development. What it is pushing out poor people, pushing out people of color out into the suburbs in order to build expensive housing, what they call market rate housing, which is really what's the market rate in San Francisco right now. It's $1,500 for a one-bedroom apartment, which no one can afford on minimum wage whatsoever, even 2 minimum wage jobs. And it's what we saw in the Fillmore 30 years ago, which was driving the African-American community out. The statistics have just come out that between 1990 and 2000, the city of San Francisco lost 23% of the black population. The African-American population community was driven out of the city.
Right now it's a mix, and it's a bad mix because the people who live in the condos ain't used to what the youth do out here in my neighborhood. So for them being scared, they calling the police on us, but we ain't doing nothing. We just, chilling what we regular do before they was even there.
The people that need to hear about this is the city of San Francisco, the mayor, people that's moving us out. They need to see that we struggle as a community to even survive. And with them moving us out, we ain't never gonna get nowhere. They just gonna keep moving us out to where we end up on the streets. They said we got so many poor people, stop moving us out of our communities. Let us live what we need to live and let us be able to do something with ourselves instead of always dropping bombs on us and stuff as far as guns, drugs, alcohol, whatever.
My sign says Bayview residents will not be moved, basically for the residents of the Bayview, and not only the Bayview, all the other communities of color in the neighborhood. South of Market, 6th Street, the Outer Mission, the Mission itself, which was gentrified. We just want justice for our people and, a place for us to build our tribes. And slowly these little tribes are being demolished because of vested interest from other people from other places. Everybody want to move to San Francisco. We got a beautiful city, but what makes San Francisco beautiful is, different people.
I ask you in a good way to watch over each and every one of these people and their families that are here today to give you the health and strength to keep going and fight what you believe in.
Coming up next, we got a commercial break. But while we gone, y'all check out youthoutlook.org, newamericamedia.org.
We got Debug and Sprawl and The Beat Within and all kinds of good stuff for you.
Keep yourself busy, and we'll be back. Oh boy, right now we in the cut to the point, man. We over here in the Bayview District at McLaren Park, one part of McLaren Park at least.
And
Coming
it's
up
cold
next.
Today. Ew. Well, up next for you, we got a story about Caesar Chua. It's kind of a sad story. It's a ghostwriting story gone bad. He got into a car accident and I don't know how to say it. The circumstances were kind of traumatic. He's in the hospital right now and he's slightly functioning. He can move his fingers a little bit, but the recovery is slow. So his family and friends are helping to raise money and they're having a bunch of barbecues and parties to raise money. They have little bracelets that say, the Caesar Chua Foundation and all that kind of good stuff. So up next for you, you get to go and hang out at their picnic.
Today we're gathered in honor of our friend Caesar Chua. About a month and a half ago, he was involved in a car accident. And this is a fundraiser that we, friends and family, brought together to raise money for him, for his hospital expenses. As you can see, there is hundreds of people here. We have tons of food and entertainment, activities, and it's a great gathering for all of us. And we're all here together for our friend Caesar because we love him so much.
We're here for the benefit. We love you, Caesar. I hope everything goes well with you. It's a successful foundation for you. Everybody's here for your support. For everybody out there, we need some support too. Caesar's out there. He needs your help. So please, if you can, donate.
In order to raise money, we're doing a raffle, which is $30. This entitles you to a raffle ticket, and you also get lunch, all-you-can-eat buffet.
We have t-shirts for sale. Caesar Foundation t-shirts at $10 each.
And bracelets for $5. So all the proceeds go directly to Caesar Chua's family, and they're for his hospital expenses. For the past month, the CCF, Caesar Chua Foundation, we've been having meetings, organizing into different committees. Like we have a welcoming committee, a food committee, activities committee, and every weekend we meet and plan this event. So today we have different types of food. We have a lot of barbecue, Filipino food, palabok, sisig, lechon. Lechon is
it's a roasted pig.
It's a roasted pig, a traditional Filipino dish.
We had some Filipino cuisines. We had some lumpia, some adobo, some rice, everything out there.
Lapit mga kaibigan at makinig kayo. Ako'y may dala-dalang balita galing sa bayan ko. Nais kong ipamahagi ang mga kwento at mga pangyayaring nagaganap sa lupang ipinangako.
Thank you. That was a song originally by Asin, and it was borrowed by APL of the Black Eyed Peas. So that was that's the original balita.
If you would like to donate or would like to support the Caesar Chua Foundation, you could go to www.myspace.com/the Caesar Chua Foundation.
Feel free to come. See you soon.
We just want to say thank you to everyone who participated in this event, all the family, the friends, all the members of the CCF Foundation, everyone who came out here to support. Thank you so much. And it's truly amazing that all these people came out, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh boy, we done.
That's the end of the show, but thank you for watching YotV. You can catch us next Saturday, but in case you can't wait that long, go ahead and check out our website at youthoutlook.org. We also got another website, newamericamedia.org, where we got a lot of videos, art, and articles, and all that good stuff to keep you informed. So go ahead and check that out, and we'll see you next time, YoTV.
What else? And
Great.
Hold on.
Question number 1. Why does P. Diddy look like the Black Napoleon Dynamite?
I thought he kind of looked like.
Question number 2. When are we going to come out with a black Band-Aid? Question number 3. Are MySpace friends like real friends? Or is it like dating on the internet? Question number 3. How many MySpace have you this week?
That's cable access.
We'll take a poll.
You ready?
How, like some of the difficulties that you can, I don't know, go through. I can't say it.
YoTV, next we got
some stories about the adoption system being, I don't know what it's again. Well, out in Hunt, they were supposed to put the regentrification thing, right? I can't even say that word. Why you?
I'm saying you interrupted. You don't even know.
All right, YoTV, we have shown you all that we have to show you. Stop.
She said, YoTV. You just wasn't ready.
I was.
All right, come on.
He just started laughing, so I giggled. All right, YoTV, are you yawning? Were you bored by our episode today, Paul? All right, 10 a.m. is not that early anymore. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed all our segments. Go check out our website for more information.